Hey folks, welcome to Monday, the 9th of May 2022. And we are from the get go selling down on equities here this morning in the Globex reopen and Eurex reopen. We've been pretty much selling, done a small drift to try and retrace some of those losses, but we are sitting negative 1.3% on the DAX as of 9:36 a.m. here. Down 1.6 on SPOOs and 1.4 on Dow. We'll find out about the Nasdaq now in a second. But we've seen new lows coming on DAX here. We've seen the victory parade in Memorial Parade in Moscow this morning with Vladimir Putin speaking at that. Now, that is to commemorate victory on World War II, but a great opportunity for Vladimir to also kind of concrete his message towards the Russian people on their campaign in the Donbass region and in Ukraine. So equity's not taking it so well this morning. I mean, there wasn't really anything new there from that speech. I don't think this is why equities are going off this morning. I think technically there is general capitulation in these equities markets going on, and we're just seeing follow through from the selling that we saw all of last week on global equities. So let's get over and have a look at these charts here, and you can see well on the center left of screen right now, the DAX departing this zone, this range above here in blue. We had a bid through the 8 o'clock open here, and just so much just excess put in on that opening hour candle, and now we're heading off down to the lows of day here. I don't think this will be the low of day. I think we're going to continue. 13,403s will be the next stop down on DAX. We're gonna say goodbye to the DAX here and say hello to the Nasdaq, and we'll check in on the Nasdaq to start off with. Right. So here's the range. I updated this range a little bit over last week to really get a better low on the range. But this is what we're looking at on weekly bars. And this week we're just kicking off with departure, and down we go. Now, some significant levels to look at here are the high of the 31st, the week of the 31st of 2020. That high coming in 12,426.75 on the downside. I think when it's all said and done on this week, I think we're actually going to breach the next level down, 12,181.75 now. Moving back to a daily bar, this is kind of what this all looks like right now. So you can see here, we are working the lows on the Nasdaq down 1.7% at 9:30 in the morning in Europe. So, a bit of a big day to come. I don't think this is going to be one of the days where, as we saw through the uptrend post COVID with the Fed backstopping all the buying, where we're going to sell down in Europe and bid back up in the US. You kind of have to be cognizant that there is no Fed protection here. If anything, they're coming for your interest rates with a couple more 50 basis point hikes on the way this year. So down we come. A breach this week on the 12,181s. Well, really, I'd have to go back to the weekly to see what that's going to look like here. And it's not pretty. I mean, we're going to be then aiming towards kind of November 2021 levels down here, like 11,783s. I think there is a large capitulation on the way here for tech, and like 200 weekly moving average down at 10,670s. Well, no one wants to hear about that right now, no. But I think let's just kind of stay with the dailies, take it one level at a time. And 12,181s, I think this week is a suitable downside target. I mean, it's down there around just above S3 today. So I mean, in a big day, we could get there. Anyway, let's kind of leave the Nasdaq for now. SPOOs finding some temporary support here on this morning's, on what was this? The low of the 2nd of May last week. So that was last Monday's low, just coming in to test here now 40.56 evens. A little bit of support coming in, but it's thin food for the bulls really, as we have this gap here on the SPOOs, 39.76 even to 96 even, and I think this just needs to trade before I look at kind of longs or shorts, but really I'm looking at a short side on this thing. Kind of zooming out here. Yeah, I mean, a break on that gap that was put in on the first of April, and then opening into the Monday there. So, a bit of an interesting gap to be had. Um, and then below there, we're trading into February 21 levels, and I think under this capitulation, I think we can wipe all of that out. I think we can wipe all of this out and trend down here onto this more significant area of support below, which kind of puts us into late 2020 value, if you like, and that might be a little more appropriate given that we have a reduction on the balance sheet and a bit of an unwinding basically from the Fed. So yeah, on the Dow, similar structure to the SPOOs. I'm going to keep today's briefing very brief, as my voice is kind of going with the cough I've gotten. But yeah, look, we're Monday's lows finding support right now. Next level down is going to be the low of the 24th of Feb this year. And then below there, we actually have this sort of linear regression channel coming in around 3100s on the Dow. So on oil, I like the short side. Why do I like the short side? Well, because we don't have confirmation out of the European Union on their ban on Russian oil. And with that, we can kind of flounder around and just kind of range around in oil. I think then when we do have a confirmation and shape to what that European ban on oil will be, then I think we can kind of get on with the bids and the buying in oil. But for now, holding on to 108.28 as support, I think this will give up and we will drop to rediscover buyers on 104.12. And so let's just kind of, it's a bit of a trend to kind of keep in mind here as well. So yeah, not expecting any huge moves apart from this on oil this week. If we do get shape on that European ban, they are the ambassadors are set to meet today or tomorrow to come to a conclusion there, and that is if they're able to come to a conclusion this early on in the proposal. So, if we do get something concrete out of those meetings, then I think we are going to be skewed to the upside, which is that confirmation of action. And then, yeah, I mean, bonds like T-notes right now, we should be looking at the bund, but T-notes for the rest of this US session. Just let me get up the dailies here. Yeah, you can really see how this thing is, these are weekly bars now. And so we're giving up the highs that we had on 2018. So this is May 2018. So 2 years of an excursion to the upside. And we are now giving up the yield, of course, rising at an alarming rate here on bonds. I think we can, by end of summer, 109.17 half. I think that's easy for us to trade here. I think we'll give up all this 2018 range. Well, that's maybe a little sensational to say. Let's look at this range here. 116s and 1.5 trade. Okay, that's it for me for another pre-US session. Please do take care of yourselves out there. I think we're set in for a lot of downside on these markets, so take care. All right, bye-bye.